Hi guys, good evening. Welcome to our Sunday episode of our daily stock market insights. And technically in the Philippines it's already February 24, but we're still in Hanoi, Vietnam. It's only 11 o'clock here. And yeah, so this is technically a February 23rd episode. And we are going to review your favorite stocks. And you may drop a comment and let me know which stock you'd like me to review. In the meantime, I'd like to invite our friends from our Instagram page. Just one moment. Okay, there you have it. And let's set up our tools. I will also invite our friends over at our Facebook page. There you go. Hi Raylet! Happy Sunday! Let's check your stocks. MEG, Ali, GFC, Now, and AGI. Okay, you guys are still awake. Okay, let me just set up our tools here. Let's check out PSEI. Oh, PSEI is currently on a decline. There's a correction that happened. This is our short-term resistance over here, and looks like it respected that resistance at the moment. So I feel bearish for the stocks in the index based on the last candlestick that we have here. And let's see if this thing over here, let's see if it will revisit that area. Okay, so this is our conservative outlook over at the index. Let me just check. Let me know if the audio is okay. Okay. Let's check out Raylet's first request, and that is Meg. Okay, Meg. Oh my. So there was a bearish move for Meg. Looks like the downtrend is not over yet. Although, let me see here. Let's use this as our support, Raylet. Okay, let me just backtrack a bit. Is there a support right in this area? Let's do the weekly chart. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so this used to be a resistance over here in the weekly chart. Okay. Okay, there's also another one here. Okay, and so I think this is going to challenge this area. I think what we've plotted at the moment is a valid support area in the weekly chart. Now, if you're going to take a look at your daily chart, right over here is our next possible support. Now, let's take a look if once this stock touches this level, okay, let's say it touches this area and then you still have an upward momentum in your RSI, that means there's a big chance that it will just stabilize in this area first, probably do sideways before it goes up. Okay, so let's check 3.75 level. I hope that's an area of possible bounce. Let's take a look at Ali. Ali, it has created a lower high. Okay, check this out. Let's use this as our trend line so far. What about here? And then this is our support right over here. So if in case the stock dips some more, the area to watch out is your 40.94 area. That could be a possible support there. Now, in case that price level hits this area and then your RSI, then that's your RSI looks bullish as well, then that's a good area to try out. Let's see, overall, you're still at a very reasonable area to start accumulating volume because you're at a cheap level for Ali. Let me see if there's any negative. There's no negative news for this stock. It's just that it's really the sentiment of the people. March 3rd is the X date. Okay. So watch out 40.94. That's an area to monitor. Next is JFC. I think JFC has started too. Okay. Here's what's interesting. JFC still respects your MA20 line, which is here. So your MA20 acts as your resistance, and so far it has respected that for 2 consecutive days. This one over here, there was a long wick last Thursday, long wick that when it almost hit the MA20 line, there was a rejection that happened. Also, the next day it tried to go up some more, but then um, the sellers dominated and it gave us a red candlestick. So what I can say here is that let us monitor 183 point around that level. Okay, so 2 areas. The reason why I said that that would be a possible support is because of this. Okay, and this one too. So for 3 occasions, first day, second and third day over here, whenever the price hits that area, there is a bounce that's happening. So I think in case the market gives us a chance around 184, that is already a good area to start buying some more. Overall, Jollibee, of course, no questions about Jollibee. It's really a very established company in the Philippines, and a lot of promising, like everywhere you go right nowadays, even overseas, there are Jollibee um, branches. Okay, so promising future for this company. Now What about now? Now has started to show some, look at this, started to show slowly it is moving in an upward direction. Okay, so just in case people will take profit, this is the area. Okay, let me just put it a little higher. There you go. So that's an area to check, 2.07. It's just doing sideways for now. This area as well was your previous support accumulation that happened here and again over here. So I think this is a solid area for our support. So this is a support level. So it could, for those people who really feel positive about now, from the area where it is at right now, from 2.19 to 2.07, that's already a good area if you're a long-term investor, even a position trader. Okay. Next would be AGI. AGI, I think, is starting to stabilize as well. Look at this. Your RSI is already moving up. Okay, while your price is stabilizing in this level. In fact, it's this one over here, the 10.42, is much higher than the last point over here of 10.26, but your RSI is already giving us a bullish divergence. Okay, look at this. It's already moving in an upward direction. This one over here was moving downwards. So two instances. When the price is going down and your RSI is moving up, that means you are going to face a change in direction soon, which is going up. Okay. Also, when the price level is just within the range doing sideways and then your RSI is already moving upward, that is also another sign that you will be facing a change in direction. So overall, at the moment, it has dipped and then it created some stabilization within the range. So something like this. So chances are it will do that. Okay. So any other requests from you guys? So our viewership is increasing. Thank you so much. Now let me check out the other stocks. Okay, so we first go to all stocks and then we check the number of trades and then we work our way downwards. So JFC over here, done with that. BPI. BPI is also, I think, let's use this mark as our support. Okay. This used to be a resistance over here. Okay, another support over here and resistance over here. So your previous resistance will act as a support. I think I can also consider this one as a support area. There was some slight overshoot below that line, but that's still considerable area for support. Because remember, a support is an area. It could be slightly higher or lower. So wherever we've plotted the yellow line at the moment is what we feel as our support. 83.32. The nearer you are to the support level, the better. And I think overall, BBI, if I may recommend, is for long-term investing. And you're already at a very promising level for investors. ICT. ICT, still, I see this as a strong selling sentiment. So let's see if it will reach once again this level. This used to be your support right over here. And then there's a slightly higher, but that's an area. So I still consider that as a support. And I feel that there's a big chance that the market will give us a chance at 115.46 level. So just wait for it and probably wait for a green candlestick if you want before you get in, just to be conservative and wait for a confirmation. ISM, we're already at the Look at that. For how many weeks now? We are already moving at the oversold area. I think this stock is just waiting for a good catalyst or like a good news before people will start entering. But take a look. Your foreign buying has already started moving, or they're already invested in the stock. So it's up to you. But overall, once you see the price uh, dipping, no, not really. Once you see the RSI is already at the oversold level, wherein the price has dropped and you're already below the 30 level of your RSI, that means you are already at a cheap level. And I think that's the reasoning behind the foreign buying that we have at the moment. So let's see if where is the nearest support area. Okay, I think it will just stabilize at the original previous over here 145 146 area. Here, look at this. It just did sideways in this area before, so I think it will just revisit that before it moves up again. Okay, so for position traders, just a few more wait, or in fact just wait for a green candlestick to come out, and that's already a good area to start accumulating volume. Next would be MBT. Hi Paul, hi Miss JD, nag-forex po ba kayo? Yeah, I do IQ options. I do options trading and I use IQoption.com for my trading, and normally for my options trading that would involve forex. So what's interesting is that this is more risky than the stock market, so I don't normally talk about it because I might just confuse people, or I might give the wrong impression. So let's just maybe in some other episodes I can talk more about it. But when just to give you an overview, options trading is trading forex, and it involves a time element. Let's say in the next 5 minutes or next 10 minutes, you bet on a stock to go up, and if it goes up, then you gain. Something to that effect. Okay, I might even show it to you here in a little while. But in the Philippine market, Philippine market for me is for long-term investing. And because I work in the morning, I am not able to monitor it. So that's why I'm more of a position trader or a long-term investor for the Philippine market. And hi Marco, hi Miss JD. Okay, let me see if I can show you my IQ option. No, it's not. Never mind. I'll do it in a different episode. Okay. So let's go back to our discussion. Where did that go? There you go. Okay. BDO. BDO is still on a bearish sentiment. Okay, so I feel that we will have some more declines in the coming days. But let's see if this area will create some form of a bounce right here around 144.52. Now let's here's our condition. What we want to see here is that when the price hits this level, okay, probably it will create some sideways within the area. And then what we want to see is for this to show, guess what? An upward trend, okay? You should have probably something like this. So let's say this will decline, probably like that. So we want to see a bullish movement on your RSI, even when the price has created a double bottom. Okay, so this is the first one. And then if it touches this one again, this is the kind of action that we want to see. Bullish divergence on your RSI. So we're done with Ali. Let's talk about NIH. Oh, so it did a ceiling Feb 21st. Okay, it did a ceiling last Friday. So be extra careful. People might take profit. Actually, there's a resistance formed right over here. So I feel that people will take profit. Only if there's shorting, this would be a good candidate for shorting. When you say shorting, when the price goes down and you bet on a price to go down and it goes down, that means you're gaining. But that's not possible yet in the Philippine market. So in the meantime, if let's say you are already gaining at this level, I feel that it could slightly move up, but definitely within the day there will be some form of profit taking. Okay, so just be extra careful because this is already at a very high level. Okay, so Paul, so he wants us to review East-West, TUGS, and MWC. Let's do that now. Okay, East-West, I think this is a sign of weakness. If you're already at a gain, I suggest you consider taking profit because I feel that there will be another red candlestick to be formed in tomorrow's market. Now, this is the next possible support that we see at the moment. So if it dips, it will just bounce somewhere at 11.13 or 11 pesos area. Next is TUGS. TUGS is currently stabilizing. Let's plot it at 1.12. So that's an area to watch out and monitor. I don't think that the market would like to sell some more of this because look at the volume. As the price goes down, the volume has decreased. This means that people already feel that this area is already at a cheap level. Look at that massive downtrend since 2018. So almost 2 years of decline. I think it's about time. If there's really no bad news about this stock, let's take a look at the revenue. That explains it. Negative on the revenue. Negative, negative, negative. So I think that explains it. Okay, but just read some more about this company. If you trust this company based on their fundamentals or based on their future plans and projects, technical analysis wise, I'd say this is already a buy level, meaning you can start accumulating volume if you are a position trader because the next course of action after the sideways would be possible reversal. MWC. Interesting. We're currently sitting at the MA20 line, and that could act as a support. However, sometimes your support can also break. Okay, so let's wait and see tomorrow if you'll have a lot. Most of the action happens above this level, then that means you have a bounce. Okay, so let's wait. So my recommendation is wait for a green candlestick to come out first before you get in. I think it just because you had a gap up that happened here. Okay, see that? And normally when there's a gap, as I've mentioned before, the price will revisit that before it goes up again if the overall trend is really on a bullish side. So that means it's just filling that gap before it takes off again. All right, so that's for Paul. Now let's continue with, hold on. Let's talk. So done with Meg. I think this was a request from Rayolet. That's the support that we have here. IMI. IMI. Look at that. You are already at the oversold level. But your RSI does not give us a sign of a possible reversal yet because while the price was moving downwards, look at these points. It's also moving on a decline. So it does not give me any sign yet, even though we are already at the oversold. So it could dip some more. What we can do here is wait for a green candlestick to come out. Hopefully a green engulfing candlestick. That means when you say engulfing, what we want to see is, let's say it starts over here tomorrow. What we want to see is for it to start or to end at a much higher price. Then we can say we now have a reversal. Okay, so SOGI, Pure Gold, Nickel, FGEN, and ABG. Let's take a look at that. Pure Gold, okay. Nice bounce over here. I think right away people felt that you are already at the oversold. Look at this. And I think this is now going to start reversing. This used to be your look at this support level, support area. I'm thinking that the next course of action would be moving up. The volume is there, so let's use 38 as our support here for Pure Gold. Nickel. So by the way guys, just a best practice. This is what I would normally do. That's the main reason why I do live. Number one, also to help you guys in your stock market journey, because I myself learned this by watching YouTube videos. Number two, this will also help me because I use this as my journal. So what I would normally do, I revisit the videos I make right after the market closes, and that's when I cross-reference my initial insights against the outcome right after the market closes. For all the correct analysis that I have, I execute them in my trades. So maybe that's something you can also do as a best practice. Okay, so this is what I can see for nickel. You are currently sitting at a support area. Okay. Also, look at this. Your RSI is starting to show some bullish actions. We're moving on an upward direction, while the price was just doing sideways over here. So I feel that you are already at a good area to start accumulating volume for nickel. FGEN. FGEN, same thing, starting to show higher support over here. For 4 days straight, it's just within this range. So 20 pesos, 20 to 20.05, that would be a good area to start accumulating volume as well. Look at this, moving upward here, while the price is just doing sideways. Okay, so that's for FGEN. Let's take a look at ABG. ABG is also doing the same. This is our support, 10 pesos area. So that's our support. Okay. If you would like to accumulate volume, this is already a good area to test. Okay. 10 pesos. MBT lapit na X date. Yes. Marco. MBT. March 3rd. There you have it. 1 peso. Okay, so hopefully if for those people who are still interested in getting in, I'd like us to use this area as our support, 58 or 59 level. Let's use this as our support. There's a possible sign of weakness right over here, but let's use 58.44. So in case the market gives you a chance right here, 58 to 59, that would be a good area to try out and buy some shares, because that would mean you are already in for a possible cash dividend. Okay, just make sure you do not exit before the 3rd. Otherwise, you will not be included in um, the release. So um, what they would normally do is, in case you're by the time March 3rd comes and then you're very near a resistance on the 3rd, you can already sell, because that would mean you're already counted in the dividend. Okay. Let's take a look at URC. URC is also giving us a bearish sentiment. Your RSI, I mean your MA20 is pointing downwards, so I feel that we might have some more downward actions in the coming days. Let's see this area first. 147.89 or 148. There you go. Let's use that as our possible support, and let's see by that time if you still have a promising healthy you will have a healthy level in your RSI. Okay, hi BZ, yay. VITA. Let's take a look at VITA. Nice move, but let's see. I wonder why foreign selling happened. Let's see. Okay, it's still doing sideways here on a weekly chart. So I feel that let's just use this area as our support, the 1.12 level. I think that's the long-term support here. So in case the market gives us a chance in that area, then that would be a good area to buy. But overall, I think this stock is just waiting for that good timing for it to have a massive movement either to the upside or downside. I think imagine this. Previously, you had this constricted Bollinger Band, and all of a sudden there's a massive action to the upside. I think that is also going to be the next move right here. Your constricted Bollinger Band has been in place for several months. Okay, so good luck to those people, but 1.10 is for me a safe area to enter at the moment. Okay, so ISM. Okay, I checked ISM earlier, and I feel that, let me take a look, 1.49 will be our possible area of support. I think it will dip a little more, but not that much anymore, because this has been in this range for a long time, even before there was there was the third telco thing that happened. Okay, so that is an area to start accumulating volume. MWC. Yeah, we also check this out. MWC for me is a very difficult level to check because you're currently, while it's true that you're currently sitting at the MA20 line, what we wanted to see is a green candlestick to come out first before we can say it is just retracing or it's just a minor correction, then it goes up again. Okay, so far it has been respecting your MA20 line right over here. It respected that area, so I hope we will also do the same here. But let us say most of the action happens below the MA20 line, then that's not a good story. That means it might potentially break that rhythm that it used to have, and it might go back to, when it dips further, it might go back to your 9.24 level. But if most of the action happens above the MA20 line, then this is just a correction or a retracement, and it will continue to move up. Okay, AXLM. AXLM, we have crossed the MA20 line. Let us see, with the volume also starting to increase over here. I think but there's a minor resistance right here. Let's use this as a resistance area. So the thing here is that if most of the action happens above 3.16 tomorrow, then I'd say the bullish movement will continue. Okay, look at that. You're still at a healthy level. So I think just use that as your rule of thumb for tomorrow's activity. I use 3.15 or 3.16. That area, use that as your area to monitor. So 3.16, if most of the action happens above that, then you'll have some more bullish actions. SMPH. Okay, so we feel that SMPH might because this is already high. I think this is already high for SMPH. I'd like to stick to this area. No, let's see here. Okay, stick to this area as a possible support because this used to be a resistance right here. Okay, resistance and support right in this level. So I feel that it might retrace and might rest around the 40.16 area. Now, my overall impression for SMPH is good for long-term investing. So if in case it dips, I trust that it will continue to move up. It has been on a bullish sentiment since 2013. There are just ups and downs, fluctuations, but overall it's moving north. Okay, so it's up to you if you're a long-term investor for SMPH. Some people don't really mind the dips, but if you can take advantage of the dip and then get it at a much cheaper price, why not, right? So if you want, you can wait for it at the 40.16 area before you get in. Okay, Ali. So we checked this out earlier, and we felt that with the red candlestick that was formed here, I feel that there will be some more red days for this stock. And just to be conservative, I feel that it might go up and down, and at one point it might give you a chance at the 40.94 level, and if it does, that's when you enter. Okay, all right, that's for Marco. Easy, yay, thanks, madam. Ali. Okay, so let me see if I can show you. Okay, hold on just a second. There. Okay. I just withdrew some funds in my um, IQ option account, so that's why you're seeing zero. But this was a question earlier if I do forex. Yes, I do forex, and I use. Let me see if you're able to see it. Okay. Are you able to see it, guys? Oh, there. Hold on. There. I'm just changing the view of our page. Hold on. I was about to show you interact. It's not showing. There. It's just there's just a delay. Okay. So this is something. So yep, we can now. Okay. So I wonder who asked this earlier. Was it? Yeah, Paul. Paul was the one who asked this earlier. Um, if I do forex, yes, I do forex. I trade pairs, but I use IQ option, and this is a little riskier than the usual forex because there's time element. What's the usual leverage you're using, Miss JD? I don't use leverage. I I have a very controlled sizing in all of my trades, and what I like about IQ option is that you can trade here with as low as $10. I can even trade with as low as $1 here. For example, this one. My main objective is just to execute my analysis. So, for instance, so this was okay. I'm going to show you. These were my trades today. See that? My sizing are mostly $1. I had $5 here. I also had some losses, but you won't feel bad because your the amount you're trading is within a very controlled size. Okay, so I deposited I think $20 this afternoon, and I was able to gain with these trades. I was able to gain around my $20 became 33 or 34. So that means more than 50%. And you'll enjoy it because if you lose, you won't feel bad that much because it's just a few cents or a few pesos. Okay, so if you want, you can try this out. You also have practice account. So I hope I was able to answer your question. And just a tip, okay, um, wait for the amount to show from 95 to 99. So current price profit right now is 78%. And when it does that, I don't normally trade because even if you're already winning by a few percentage, it's still showing red because 70%. But if it's showing around 95 to 99% with just a small fluctuation that confirms your let's say your bet, you can already take profit. Okay, so one example, let's see, just to show you. For example, this one. Okay, just randomly. Okay, let's take a look how this thing. So I said it will go down, but it went up. That means, let's say this ends, because I chose how many minutes here? In the next 9 minutes. If this is the situation, then I lose the $1 that I placed here. But if it goes down, even for just a few cents, it goes within your bias, then that means you will win the entire 70% of $1, which is 70 cents. So that's how I practice my trades, especially during weekends when there's no market, when there's no when the Philippine market is closed, and also at night when um, I am available. Okay, because in the morning I work and I cannot trade, and there's a time element involved here, so that's that's the reason why it is riskier. So, but then again, if you make a deposit, let's say $20, only deposit the amount you're willing to lose. Um, Unlike in the Philippine market, I think uh, there's an 8,000 8K rule for you to maximize your fees. You need to trade at least 8,000, because the fee that you will pay for 8,000 is the same fee when you trade it when you trade a 2,000 peso amount. To see the difference. But here, with my 1,000 pesos, I can already start trading. I think it will go down. So we still have 9 minutes left. But this is not the ideal percentage profit. So that's why I withdrew my account. I mean my profit earlier. Let me see if okay, so I still use the same. Well, I just added one. I just added MACD here, but I still use the same concept. Okay. Nakakapag-withdraw po ba? Yes. What's the usual leverage? I want to show you this. Let me just check if I can open it. It's not opening. I want to make sure that I am not disclosing any personal information when I go to that page. Let me just hold on 1 second. I'll hide this first. Okay. One moment. It's not showing. done. Yeah, I was able to, just to answer your question, Raylet. Yes, I was able to withdraw several times. Now, so if you use your credit card, because I would always use my credit card to fund my account here, and if you gain, you're only allowed to put the money back into your credit card in the amount you've deposited. So let us say you deposited $20 using your credit card, you can only return $20. So what you can do for your gain, as for myself, I use Skrill. There's also Metro Bank BDO that you can use for your funding source, and for your recipient bank for your withdrawals. So that's just it's just that it's not showing right now, but I don't know how I can go back. This live stream tool that I'm using is a bit complicated. It does not allow me to click back. There. So as you see here, I use Skrill. You can also use Metro Bank, Banco de Oro. And you can deposit as low as $10 actually. Do you see that? There you have it. If you want, you can just to be familiar with the tool, you can go trade using the virtual account, because the moment you create an account here, by default, there's a virtual money that you can use. I'm waiting for this to go up, but right now the rates are very low. And yeah, another good thing here is that even when during weekends you can trade, because it's digital. There's OTC that allows you to trade during weekends. Okay, so those are my um, so that's what I use to trade forex. So far, I'm loving it. My accuracy rate for all my trades here are starting to be the accuracy rate is starting to become higher and higher. May bayad po ba yung software? Nope. It's you just create an account. You don't have to pay anything. And I've withdrawn money so many times here already, and I think uh, my feedback, my review for this one is 8/10. I like it. I've been using this for more than a year now, and so far so good. There. Um, but just a tip, guys. If you really would like to start using this, do not trade when you see 70% or lower than 90% offering in their profit, because um, sometimes you are already winning, but because it's only offering 70%, that means you cannot sell your position yet. What I would normally do, I don't wait for the entire 1 minute or whatever time frame that I chose. For as long as I see a gain on my bet, I already end the trade, and that locks in my profit. Okay, so just explore it, and this is how you can reinforce your learning even on weekends. Okay, so anything else? Any other requests? If not, I think it's a wrap. I hope you have profitable trades tomorrow. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching. Happy weekend. Bye bye for now.